do 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 do. Hey, do 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 do. Hey, 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 hey. What? What? Hey, 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 hey. How's it going, y'all? Happy Thursday. Peace, peace, peace. And welcome to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star. Hey, I'm getting all kinds of notifications. It's a happy Thursday.
It is.
It is a happy Thursday. I just want to introduce my producers that are in studio today. The Reverend Dr. Shaun Holland, Empress, and Reverend Future Dr. J Frederick II.
What's up, everybody?
This has been a great Thursday. How's y'all Thursday been?
I'm living the dream.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's been very, very impactful.
Very impactful. Yeah. Yes, we're excited. We're ecstatic. And we are ready to start the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star. But before we go too far, please do business with one of the oldest Black-owned media companies in Southeastern United States, excuse me. Let's protect the legacy of Miss Claire McLaughlin and the Florida Star newspaper. More information at thefloridastar.com, thefloridastar.com. Man, it's been a day. We had to get the kids, run down to this event. There's so much going on tonight.
It's definitely a lot going on. Plus, we were all in here wired and cutting and trying to woo-saw so we could get to the script.
Man, we've been through too much, but I know I was over support in Florida Rising. They had a talk about redistricting out off of Myrtle Avenue. At Mount Olive. You had to leave a little early, but it was really interesting. And they're doing a lot of great things for the community. So please check it out. Hey, make sure you're registered to vote. I was told that I'm tasked to bring 10 people with me, but I'm also tasked to tell people in my purview to make sure they're registered to vote. So shout out to April Nubian. Please, people, make sure you're registered to vote. If you haven't been getting things in the mail about voting, maybe you need to check your registration because you get that every so often. And that's how you know your registration is up to date and you're getting the information. But if you haven't heard about voting in a long time, maybe you should check and see if your registration is up to date. What do you guys think?
Definitely. I think another thing is that inform yourselves on the things that's going on. Make sure that you're arming yourself with knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes no sense to have like a whole bunch of powerful tools sitting in the garage and you have no knowledge on how to use them. Like every time I go to a mechanic and all his tools is clean, I know exactly what that means. He read the ad, he didn't read the instructions.
Right.
So like you really want to go ahead and arm yourself with knowledge. So when you do register to vote, you'll know what you're going in there to accomplish. You know what you're going in there to do. We're trying to get, equality. We're trying to get rights. We're trying to get it fair. And we want it to benefit, everybody, especially in our communities.
So for those of you going out this fine Thursday, if you are getting dressed right now, you can call in. We're listening. We want to know what's going on tonight. We know Culture Lounge is usually happening at the Cookbook. There's some of the Lyricist Live is over at the Justice Pub. And the Cypher is going to show up this night out at Atlantis. So there's plenty of events to occupy your Thursday. Check in with the crew. What y'all got going on tonight? Call 904-766-3401 before 8:50 and take your answer off the air. Where did you just leave, Shaun?
The Glass Factory.
The Glass Factory?
The Glass Factory. It's under new management and they had a big open house.
Oh, wonderful. See, there's so much going on tonight. If you guys were at the Glass Factory or if you're tuning in now and you saw me with my big old hat at Mount Olive this evening, check in. Send a message. We love to hear from you. Next week, obviously, we are going to have a show you do not want to miss. Please make sure you set your timer, set your dial. tune in at 8:30 on Thursday. We are always excited to share an impactful moment with Reverend J Frederick, the African gentleman himself. He's been doing so much in preparation for the upcoming movie premieres. We got a lot of traffic for Woman King,
Yes.
and we're definitely getting so many special orders. So if you want to order something special, white, from the continent for the opening of that movie, hit up your boy, Reverend CJ 2.
Really, this is what we do. Yes, but definitely.
I shorten it every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Wakanda coming out too. So
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we're definitely, excited about, Wakanda Forever. I read comics. Everybody that know me know I'm a nerd. So definitely, like, if you're trying to really honor the king, don't go on Amazon and buy those cheap linen. Those cheap linen suits. We got the real.
He said,
the
"Don't go to
real
the Chinese place.
Honor the African king with the authentic African.
You should. African gentleman on the Facebooks and the Instagrams. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, or if you have any ideas for stories, or if you'd like to join us here on the show, you can reach out to me at do_and_talk on all your major social media platforms. I'm pretty quick with it. I got my phones on me all the darn time. So you could join us here next week, Thursday, at the same time for some more Impact Radio show. Any fun things you got going on, Shaun? Anything people need to be tuning into or you're interested in? No.
All these shows you got on Tubi and everything.
You still need actors for the writers and stuff?
No. We already did a casting call for that.
See, when you rule such a vast kingdom as the Empress does,
right.
we gotta let her know what's going on amongst her cast.
Some of y'all lost your spot to Hope Flood. You could have had that role.
Yes, Hope Flood. She's a comedian, as well as the founder of the Comic Spot Convention.
Mm-hmm.
As well, she's known for Baby Boy and some other things that's out there that I can't think of because I actually got mine.
See, I just know her from like Comic View.
Yeah, Comic View.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, so yes, she's from Comic View and Def Comedy Jam as well. So she's gonna be in the play at the Ritz Theater. Spot.
Yeah, y'all should have went out there. We said, come on out.
Right.
And audition. It's too late now.
So they can come. They can get tickets at Ticketmaster, Vice-Star Arena. Myself. What
Get
else?
your tickets. Get the VIP. Get your preferred seating so you don't got to worry about nobody at intermission taking your seat. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get yourself together.
This is going to be sold out. We're almost there now. So
true.
Right. If you don't sell something out, I am personally going to check the temperature of hell. Like, it's gonna, pray for some people I ain't prayed for in a while. Like, hey, how's it down there? Nah, I'm joking.
But it's a lot that's going on. I mean, I can't wait for you to run all of that down so I can write it down. It's a lot.
Yeah, in the next segment, we'll do a quick thing on the news, and then I'll get quickly into the events. And as always, we're going to wrap it up with the Reverend, with his impactful moment. Going to lay a little knowledge on us all. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Impact Radio Show. Do not miss the next segment. Peace. Thank you. Ooh, this thing is tight on my head. So yeah, I'm playing around with the script, as you guys can see.
Yeah, Holy Ghost water was fired when he said that about the Chinese stores.
It's just these two that you want to show. These two are
I did those.
Play that one. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're being safe out there. I hope you guys are tucking in for the weekend. There is so much going on in and around town, but I'm going to give you a quick news break for the listeners of the Victory Station, 1360 AM and 94.7 FM. AccuWeather forecasters are tracking more tropical activity in the Atlantic Basin. By Alex S. There are 2 new significant candidates for tropical development in the Atlantic Basin, which is the Atlantic Ocean, this week. And although neither budding storm poses a threat to the United States at this time, at least one will drift westward across the Caribbean and bears watching for potential adverse conditions, the meteorologists say. So first of all, hopefully we all survived. And I know we had some down trees.
Yes.
But we all survived. We were relatively unscathed. We didn't have any power outage. I know some people in the south side of town had some power outages. You guys were all right?
Yeah,
through the storm family?
I think the only thing that got affected with us was our mental health, because we were shut in with the kids for 5 days.
When they changed the time from school half day on Wednesday to no school at all on Wednesday, that's when I was about to draw a line, because these kids need all the school they can get.
All the school they can get.
But we're so happy to see everybody safe. I know there were some break-ins and stuff that happened during the storm, so hopefully people are taking pictures before the storm, right, for your insurance purposes, to make sure that you have all the things that you used to have. Severe weather should not devastate families as much as it does sometimes.
And yes, and please get renter's insurance before the Doppler radar turns red, because they will stop taking policies when people are like, oh my God, there's a storm. We need to protect all of our stuff at the last minute. No, if you are renting, if you are in a space that is not your own, please make sure that you get
do that early.
Do that early. Like before hurricanes.
It's a few dollars. It's not that much. But second headline, Rihanna is set to headline Super Bowl halftime show. Rihanna, who refused to perform during the 2019 Super Bowl halftime show because of her stand with Colin Kaepernick, has decided to headline the big future event in February. Jay-Z's Rock Nation and Apple Music made the announcement on September 25th, and Rihanna took to Instagram displaying an NFL football signaling her appearance. The highly anticipated performance takes place at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on February 12th. You guys looking forward to the Super Bowl halftime, to the Rihanna concert around football?
I'm a Falcons fan, so I don't really start thinking about the Super Bowl until
until y'all might win.
Until we might win.
But y'all are up in the AFC South. Did I say that correctly?
No, you did not.
Okay,
as a Jags fan, the NFC South we are in. But believe it or not, the NFC South is literally like all of us got the same record except for the Bucs, and it's so great to see Brady at the bottom of the NFC South.
Ripped straight from the headlines, Burton calls out Waters for a misleading mailer. Retired Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Assistant Chief Lakeisha Burton has called out fellow sheriff candidate TK Waters' recent mailer as garbage produced to mislead the voters. Quote, all of my life I've refused to be bullied, and this time is no different. TK Waters sent this flyer to voters loaded with half-truths and lies intended to fool you. It's shameful, and Jacksonville deserves better, Burton said. Quote, I have been transparent about my challenges as a teenager and so much more of my life. Quote, what Jacksonville cannot ignore is his failure to reduce violent crime for the last 7 years. Burton continued, citing that quote, he took officers off the street, spent $500 million in technology and overtime, only to see violent crime continue to go up by 19%. Ooh.
Man.
I haven't seen these mailers, but ooh, I want to see one now. You have one?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
All I'm going to say is that a half truth is a whole lie.
He that's
whole line is what he doing.
That continues on page 6 if you have your subscription of the Florida Star. Next on the docket, hip-hop icon Coolio passed away at age 59. Coolio, whose signature song Gangsta's Paradise played a vital role in securing hip-hop as the popular music of choice, has died at the age of 59. The artist reportedly died on the bathroom floor of a friend's house. While paramedics suspect Coolio succumbed to cardiac arrest, the medical examiner hasn't released an official cause of death. He was born August the 1st, 63, in Compton. Coolio's real name was Artist Leon Ivy Jr.
Listen, I don't know what his spiritual thing is, but I hope he made it in, because I can just imagine him walking into that opening chorus of Gangsta's Paradise.
What?
I'm just saying, there's definitely gangsters up there.
Definitely.
So he probably is in Gangsta's Paradise.
And now, for those of you thinking about what to do over the weekend, it's time for the event rundown. This event rundown, as always, is sponsored by the Ritz Theater and Museum. Tonight, we had the Next Up performance, and next weekend on Sunday, well, first on Wednesday, we will have Billy Cobham to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. So all of my drummers, all my percussionists, please come out and see internationally famed. He created and is the holder of fusion drum music. So those of you who know what I'm talking about, please come out and support Hispanic Heritage Month with us at the Ritz and support Billy Cobham here in Jacksonville, of all places. Also, like I was about to say, next weekend on Sunday, we got the playground again with Ann and Maul Jones, two poetry legends in the community leading an art of poetry about female-led legacies, which is the exhibit that we have up in the museum. And it will have such names as Lakeisha Burton, as Love Rains, as believe Jacoby Pittman. Those women will be there to receive your love, receive your adulation, and for you to learn more about poetry. More information, as usual, on richjacksonville.com. Also on the rundown, Royal Comedy Tour at the Moran Theater, Friday, October 7th at 8 p.m. Some more, Bruce, Lavelle Crawford, and Gary Owen. You don't want to miss it, guys. Tickets are around $60. Thursday, October 13th, Making Black America, an intergenerational conversation about the social networks and organizations created by and for Black people. This is during the time of the show, everybody, 7 to 9. So I wouldn't be mad, because this is going to be interesting. It's free, and it's at WJCT next week, Thursday. The R&B Music Experience, Keith Sweat, Monica, Tevin Campbell, Tamar Braxton, 112, and Silk. Friday, October 14th, 7 p.m. at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Come say hey. Of course, at the Shops of North Pearl, the 2022 October Gala Festival, Saturday, October 15th, 2022, from 10 to 5. That's going to be on 1825 North Pearl Street, or basically the corner of 8th and Pearl in Jacksonville, Florida, and it is free.
Come out there, you African gentlemen. We'll be out there.
Come out and see us.
See us.
We'll be there. Of how can I not say, the Bethune-Cookman University and Jackson State University game is happening Saturday, October 15th as well, from 10 to 2 at TIAA Bank Field. Please get your tickets at Ticket. And I think it's on Bold City. It's the same people who do the Jaguars tickets. That's how you get your tickets.
Go Brown.
Friday Night Vibes at James Weldon Johnson Park. Friday, tomorrow, October 7th, from 5 to 9. at James Weldon Johnson Park, of course, with Mr. Al P and our special guest DJ, Mas Appeal. Please go out and check them out if you are a lover of all things hip hop. We're going to help rebuild the Green Legacy Farm after Hurricane Ian damage. Please come out on Saturday, the 8th, from 9 a.m. early risers to noon at Green Legacy Farm. And really, you want to do farming early. If I could give you any tidbit, you want to be out early doing the farming. So please go out and help our lovely Ashante Green. Tabitha Brown, Cooking from the Spirit Tour, is going to the Florida Theater Tuesday, October 11th. Guys, this is a weekday, 8 to 10 p.m. at the Florida Theater. Go check out Tabitha Brown in Jacksonville. Tabitha Brown is the lady who got really, really famous making vegan meals during COVID. So, yeah, go see, because she had a whole Food Network show, and then she didn't. So I want to see why. And I also know that there will be a conversation led by the illustrious Nicole Ham. So please go check it out and enjoy all the great entertainment we got in town. The Jacksonville Record and CD Festival is at UNF on the 15th from 9 to 5. The 4th annual Viva La Fiesta Hispanic Festival, shout out to Yaya, on Saturday, the 15th from 4 to 10 at James Weldon Johnson Park. Skip Marley, the Change Tour, will be at 1904 Music Hall on Tuesday, October 18th at 7 o'clock, guys. And TEDx Jacksonville, Friction at the Times Union Center for the Performing Arts, Saturday, October 22nd, 11 to 5. Guys, please go check that out. And I would be remiss without mentioning the premiere screening the day before the opening of Black Panther Wakanda Forever on Thursday, November 10th at 7 p.m. at the Regal Avenue Stadium. So thank you guys so much for listening for the rundown. When we get back after the break, we'll be in with the Reverend CJ. He'll give us our impactful moment. And we'll close you guys out. Thanks so much. Bye. I gotta get better at that. Wrong. These come at the end. Don't play these. Play these too. You can stop it right now.
Welcome back to the Impact Radio Show, brought to you by the Florida Star. It's Reverend J Frederick, your African gentleman, getting ready to bring you your impactful moment, brought to you by African gentleman. We had a good time at Art Walk. You guys came through and supported. Thank you, Tribe, for doing that. We will be at the Gullah Geechee Fest on the 15th, and looking forward to seeing more of you there. And hey, everybody that's looking for all of your Wakanda Forever gear, your all white, your white and gold for your Panther and Blanc, so to say, you can definitely come and hit up African Gentleman for everything. And I want to go ahead and jump right into our impactful moment. So looking at Matthew 7, like we've been having fun coming up with some of these like Gen Z translations.
Young people translation.
Yeah, the young people translation of some of these key verses, and was playing around in Matthew 7, and I was looking at closed mouths don't get fed in Matthew 7. Because it basically tells you, asking you shall receive, seeking you shall find. And it even goes on to show like there's really some key things about life that you got to realize when it comes to being successful and being impactful and being mobile in your community, and for your spiritual life to really flourish and be disciplined, is that you got to understand if you, number one, if you don't take any steps, you won't go nowhere. If you don't try anything, you won't succeed.
That's true.
If you don't be intentional about something changing, it won't. And if you won't, somebody else will. And that's literally how you get past those paralyzing moments when you're trying to make major decisions, when you're trying to better your life, because people start getting in these states where I've tried before and it didn't work out. And then they think that failure is supposed to translate to everything else they do in their life, because they failed that business. Now they can't succeed in relationships, because they failed their relationships. Now they can't, succeed in their spiritual life, because they don't feel like they have a strong spiritual life. They don't feel like that they can be a good mother or a good employee and stuff like that. And it's like, you know what? No, if you want the healing, if you want the progress, if you want the thing that God has promised you, you got to have a made up mind to do it. Because a step forward is definitely not a step backwards. Believing that if your mind is always a situation can get worse, that means the situation can change, and that means it can also what?
Get better.
Get better.
Yay.
And also knowing that taking steps often sometimes require you to pick a pace. Like one thing that always drives me crazy, like when I'm playing video games, it's like a hurry up and rush situation where it's like, okay, I gotta slow down, be focused, and get the task done, but at the same time, it's a clock ticking. And all of my progress is eliminated, if I ain't walking up with that clock. Listen, everybody, the one thing I have learned, that the most savage element in life is time. It keep going no matter how bad you feel. It keep going no matter how sick you are. It keep going even when you're feeling good and you want to sit down and relish moments. So even when, pain don't last long, sometimes joy and happiness don't last long either. Peter was one of my favorites, people when he sat down at the Mount of Configuration and he saw Jesus talking to, to the law and the prophets, and he was like, hey, we could build 3 tabernacles here and worship him forever. And Jesus was like, no, we got work to do. Like, we can't fall in love with the moment. Just like we can't get so deep in despair in the moment because it's fleeting. As the old people would say, weeping is at night, but joy comes
in the morning.
In the morning. Hey, I think that's about 10 seconds we got. I ain't trying to get sued. I like Erica Campbell, but But like my impactful moment to you guys is to literally realize is that if you won't condition yourself to make it better, if you want, somebody else will. A lot of people hear that and they hear all the pettiness and realize in that and don't realize that a lot of your blessings came from the reason that somebody else didn't. And you are the somebody else that did. So don't ever, discount the fact that there ain't a lot of other people that God is calling right behind you to do the same thing that you're doing. But if he's chosen you for this season to do it, if he's got you in a position to do it, go run with that. And this has been your impactful moment brought to you by your African gentleman.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much on that note. So much gratitude for you all for listening. To our writers and producers, thank you to our presenting sponsor, the Florida Star. Our partners, the Ritz Theater and Museum, African Gentleman, African Lady, Doing Talk, Crumpet for Success, The Purpose Resuscitator, Hollywood Productions, the Ritz Writers, and the Thrift Her. Special thanks to our producers today, Dr. Shaun Holland and Reverend CJ. And my name is Vanessa Davis. You guys can find me at do_and_talk. See you next week. Now back to your regularly scheduled gospel music. Let me play the video clips.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, we stop. Oh, y'all.
What does that have to do with that?